Clobberonimo.
Clobberin times.
Even better. It always sounds better coming from you. You know, I used to probably try to find that soundbite. I used to open up with that soundbite all the time on the old BTR show. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, my friends, to Clobberin Times Monday night Mark C. Comics Talk. This is, of course, when we talk about comics-related topics dedicated to our dear departed, wonderful friend, the great Mark C. And I want to thank everyone who showed up for us last week, last Monday night. For that, it was really terrific. Steve Mitchell and I were talking as a tribute on his birthday, talking about his favorite comic book artist, Mark C's favorite comic book artist. And I want to thank you all so much for that. This is, of course, Clobberin Times issue number 140. But at least on YouTube, overall, it is 840. And I'm just so happy to be here tonight, especially because I have such a wonderful guest. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful, fantastic, and marvelous. Well, she's purple Valkyrie, but she's green tonight, folks, as you can see. Welcome, Perp.
Good evening, my love.
Hey,
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Thank you for being here. Doing great.
You're welcome.
Great.
Thank you for having me, as always.
We are just always so happy when you join us because, again, and you know me, I say it to you a million times, but because I know it's so late over there. So, and that means not only I, but all of our wonderful guests appreciate you just taking the time out of your, well, I guess your morning, I guess you'd have to call it, to hang out with us. And we appreciate it.
Always an honor to get to join you guys. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And thank you right back at you for letting me hang out with you and such a wonderful, cool gang this past Friday for your 1 year anniversary celebration. Everyone, 1 year, was marked this past Friday for Purple and her channel.
Can't believe it. It's been a heck of a year.
Oh, it's just incredible. And that was a wonderful celebration. And of course, there is a link in my description below to her fantastic channel and the fantastic channels of many fine friends here on YouTube who have wonderful channels. Please, everyone, seek those out, especially Purple's, of course, but all my other friends too. They're okay, all right too. So please find them all.
Amazing creators in this community.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, there's so much there, and so many great YouTube creators and channels. It's just amazing. Really is. And there's, of course, the link, everyone, to Purple's channel right there in the chat that I just put there. And I just, again, I cannot thank you all enough for being here. Let's see here. I'm going to backtrack so I can see everyone is here so we can say some hellos. A quick show note. Wednesday night, as always, it will be usual open geek silliness that I have no idea. That's another way of saying I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. It's just the lazy approach. And then, of course, Thursday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, U.S., the Global Geek Gang shall gather again. We are having so much fun hanging on the Global Geek Gang. It's just been incredible. What a great group of geeks we have hanging out. And it's just a lot of fun.
I had a great time getting to talk to Jed this morning. That was awesome.
That's right. Yeah, my partner in crime on the Global Geek Gang, Jed, was on Purple's wonderful channel this morning. You guys were talking about Masters of the Universe. Is that correct?
Indeed. Yep. The new one that's coming out from Kevin Smith.
Excellent. And of course, you can find that on our channel. It was just this morning, just recorded this morning. So please go check that out because Purple and our buddy Jed of Pop Culture Archivist, who is, of course, a proud founding member of the Global Geek Gang, was there with her this morning. So please check that out. If you're a fan of, well, check it out anyway, but especially if you're a fan of Masters of the Universe and you're concerned about what's going on with that IP, and I feel for you. If that's something, that you're a big fan of, because these times.
A feeling there might be a recent switch coming, but
yes,
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, at least have a little hope until it's dashed, I guess. Because I mean, give it a shot. You never know, and then you will find out fairly quickly if that hope is founded or not. So, well, because I don't know how long. I don't know when the thing's coming out, but
July, I believe.
Oh,
July.
okay, so it's close.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 23rd.
Okay, gotcha. It's close. So I want to say, and then of course I want to say, listen, next Saturday night. By the way, thank you all, man. The fun Raquel, my wonderful, beautiful, fantastic first officer Raquel and I are having on our Saturday night Star Trek streams is just going off the charts. And look, she and I have fun just hanging out with each other because she's fantastic, and we have a wonderful time talking. And you guys just help it make it even just so much more incredible. Your interaction with us, it's just fantastic. And it was a little bit bittersweet this past weekend, Perp, because we ended our review with episode, I believe episode 20 of our was the end of our review of Star Trek the original series.
Oh,
We're sad to see it go, even if it was the third season. But we had so much fun. And now we're on to the next phase because we're reviewing all of Real Trek, all 6 real series, of course, original series, animated movies, TNG, DS9, Voy, and Int. So all 66 through 05. So this Saturday night, folks, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, U.S., Raquel and I will start reviewing Star Trek, the animated series. And we hope it gets anywhere close as much interest. I know there's a lot of people that won't. There's some that won't watch an animated show, Purple, but it's part of Trek's, and we think it's important to cover it.
I think so. I've got to admit, I always had a soft spot for the animated series. I enjoyed it. I've got to admit.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it really deserves to be covered. To me, it's part of Trek canon, even though Roddenberry himself once said only the episode Yesteryear really counts, but I think it all counts. And hopefully, again, maybe not everyone who has watched it, but hopefully enough of our friends will be interested in that. I really hope so. So that is what we're looking forward to this Saturday night. Before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to all of my good friends who popped in for my first ever video and my upcoming and ongoing video series, which I, by the way, named after I'd already filmed the thing. I came up with a stupid name, and it's stupid, but that's why I like it, because I am. It was clunky, it was too long, and I read myself horribly, and I'm very embarrassed by that video, but you were all still very nice to hang out and watch it earlier. I hope you got something out of it other than, well, you probably at least got a laugh, because it was pretty funny how terrible I was reading that thing. So I want to thank you all for that. Clobby's Comics Corner, I'll be making a couple of videos at least a week on that. Don't worry, they'll be all much shorter. So maybe once a week, maybe twice. I'm not exactly sure yet. But I just wanted to make a video because I hadn't done that in a whole year. I've just always been streaming, and I'm a streamer, but video every now and then,
That sounds like a good way to do it.
Yes, at least one or two a week. Just because, just a little. I mean, obviously, everyone knows I never do anything quickly, and it's always long-winded with me. But I will try. I will endeavor to be shorter with those videos. And also, because I would be remiss in my duties if I did not do this. I didn't get a chance to do it Saturday night because we were just in such a hurry, and it did slip me. This past Thursday, and I think you may, I don't know if you know about this or not, Purple. The great Paulie with Latino Slant popped into the Global Geek Gang, and he, I don't know if you're familiar with what he did. He rallied everyone. I'm not monetized, as you know, and I don't put up. We're all different. I'm just not one that feels comfortable at asking for tips or anything like that. I still don't. I never will feel comfortable for it. But he put that up there and asked everyone, and he said all kind of nice things about me. And look, and I appreciate it so much. I'm just not good at taking that. Everyone, I really do appreciate all the wonderful things you say. I just can't take it because I hate myself. I'm so loathing, but I love you all for it. Do not ever mistake that. And a lot of people contributed. And I'm not going to break down here but it really touched me more than I could possibly put into words. Everyone, you're all so cool and so nice, and you're all such good friends. I cannot properly express how much I appreciate it. So I'm just going to say thank you, everyone who did that. You did not have to do that. Never feel like you have to do that here. You're my friends. Look, you're not, I'm not doing you a favor. You're doing me a favor by hanging out with me and let me shoot my mouth off about this geek stuff. And I'm here for you and here for hanging out. If there were 3 of you, I'd be having fun. And if there's 3,000 of you, I'm having fun. So, and I don't need anything for it, but still, I understand where Paulie's coming from, and I appreciate him on that. He is a wonderful friend, and all of you are for doing that. Whoever did that, thank you. But whether you never have to do that. You have my eternal thanks just for showing up and hanging out with me. Okay, that's all that matters.
That was beautiful, but it just shows just how much people love you, Clobby, how much you mean to the community, and we really do.
You're just too kind to say that, and yeah, I don't know what to say, but I can't put it into words. You all heard, if anyone who's heard my video earlier knows I can't put anything into words very well, or I can't read my own stupid words.
That was a fantastic video earlier. I really loved it.
Oh, you're too kind. I was fumbling all over the place. In fact, my article is nowhere near as bad, by the way, as the way I made it sound, everyone. Trust me. It's not great, but I can write it. I really butchered it. But you know what? At least I didn't butcher someone else's article. That's something. At least I butchered my own. But I had a lot of fun doing the video, and everyone popped in. He popped in there. It was really nice, and everyone who contributed, thank you so much. I'm going to say some hellos to our friends in the chat, and we're going to get on with our topic because we are here for a topic, ladies and gentlemen. I know, shocker that we have a topic, and I'm glad. Again, sometimes it's tough to settle on one, and thanks to the wonderful Purple for helping me settle on one. Phantom Outsider, welcome. A new friend of the show, Septic Stream. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. There's some super villainess in the chat by the name of Purple Valkyrie. Fear her. Purple's here. Let's see. I'm sorry. See, I had to backtrack my chat a little bit, everyone. Snorta Poopas Cuber, welcome. Dadman Walking, welcome. Good to see you again. Larry. Bring some more Larrys. But 2 Larrys are great. But you could bring as many as you want here. We like Larrys around here. I have a good friend named Larry. D-Bud Martin. Thank you, buddy, for popping in. I appreciate you being there earlier. The great Eric K. Hey, bud. Good to see you, pal. Appreciate you, the great master of wrenching. Let's see here. Dadman Walking. Did I say him already? I think I did. I'm sorry. I don't know if I did or not. But Dadman Walking with the scariest avatar. Look at that. The scariest avatar on YouTube.
Nice.
So you like scary stuff. I'm scared. No. Oh, crap. Let's see. Great Steve Mitchum. Yo, brother. Good to see you, buddy. I'm getting there, folks. Chris Persia. Welcome, brother. Good to see you, my friend. Pod Racing Palpatine. See, that would have made the prequel so much better if Palpatine had pod raced. Just saying. The great Mark D with a C. And I'm not going to sing anymore. Thank you. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Is that anything based on Wowbagger, the Infinitely Prolonged? That's from that's from Life, the Universe, and Everything by Douglas Adams. That character. Remember him? I don't know if you ever read that. I love that book. Let's see. I think I got everyone, but that's my vamping noise, everyone, and it's very annoying, which is, probably why I do it. Sorry.
We've got a couple more people that have joined. We've got Brightest Day. We've got Cam. Welcome, guys. Good to see you.
Thank you for joining us. And Crucible the Crazed, by the way, as well.
James Andrew Morrison. Good morning.
Hey, James. Thank you. I'm up.
Favorite name has turned up.
Oh, no, you're kidding me. Oh, there he is. All right. Should I do it or should I just say it?
Do it.
Just say it. Oh, you don't want me to really do it, do you?
Yes.
All right. It's Purple's fault if I can't talk for the rest of the night. Well, that'll make her a hero, not a villain. Dr. Hercule Monkey. Sorry. My apologies. Sorry, not sorry, as the kids say. Well, I haven't seen Doc Herc in a while, so we had to give him the old standard greeting, right?
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Doc. What's up, Dad? Dave Bob. What's up, brother? Fellow Lou Elzianian. I'm catching up, everyone. I promise. I'm way back on this chat here.
And a Polynese Minion. Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, Polynese Minion, and as Raquel likes to say, and pupper, because she's always with that puppy.
The pupper.
She's got the pupper in that trucker. She's the trucker with the pupper. I'm going straight to hell for that one. I know. Pat S, what's up, brother? Good buddy. And another. We got a lot of Louisiana here. Steve Mitchum's here too. A lot of Louisiana. In brightest day, in blackest night, there will be much evil not escaping your sight tonight because of Purple and I talking about villains, and that was the dumbest rhyming thing ever that I ruined.
It started off well.
And then I frickin' ruined it, damn it. Oh, my word. Brigadier, I think our pass is catching up with us. All right, let's see. Let's see. Man, I'm way back. This thing is all right. I'm caught up almost now, everyone. Okay. I think I got everybody, but if I didn't, just call me a filthy name, and one of the mods will approve it, and I'll see it eventually. There we go. So it's great to see everyone here.
It is. Welcome, guys.
Yes, we got such a great crowd. And you know what, Purple? A few weeks back, when we did kind of, I don't want to say willy-nilly, but we just said, well, let's talk about villains. We didn't really go that deep into it. We didn't spend a lot of time strategizing behind the scenes as it were. We just said, let's talk about villains.
We kind of ended up kind of bouncing back and forth between Marvel and DC, didn't we? We were trying to kind of outdo each other, and by the end of it, we'd got to, what we considered the greatest villain from Marvel and the greatest villain from DC, and
yes,
it was a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if you thought that was I guess undisciplined and unplanned, what you didn't see nothing yet, because we're just gonna jump all over the place probably tonight. But however, thanks to Purple, at least we have some sort of direction now, because we will first start, I believe, speaking of as you've suggested, some lady villains.
Yes, we talked a lot about the gentlemen last time, so I thought this time let's shine the spotlight on the ladies.
And they were no gentlemen.
No, indeed.
Nor are they, well, are they ladies, but hell. So I guess what we can do is, if you just want to start, we could start like naming a couple of them, and then I'll find pictures and such. Who are some of your, obviously, if we could start with Poison Ivy, if you'd like.
We can start with Poison Ivy, absolutely.
Cool, because I will pull up some pickles from it while you do so. Poison Ivy, Pamela Isley.
Mm-hmm.
Been around a little while, actually, but not really brought into the spotlight until really Batman the Animated Series. As far as becoming fairly well known, would you say that's fairly accurate?
I think so, yeah. As you say, she's been around since 66, I think. And
yes.
To be fair, her backstory has never really changed. She's always been depicted as being a environmentalist. Her backstory was she was a botanist. In her criminal activities, she uses toxins and plants. And later on, it's kind of woven into her story that she herself is actually toxic. So her kiss, for example, can kill.
But it's worth it.
Oh, yes.
And it's worth it, because she is fantastic.
She is kind of the definition of a femme fatale.
Yes, in literal terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's make that a little bit there. Poison Ivy. Oh, I wrote it. I went backwards. Sorry. 1, 4, 3. Let's see here. I think I got
Poison Ivy, her kind of backstory has bounced back and forth a lot. I always preferred her just as a villain. There's been a kind of trend recently where villains are kind of becoming anti-heroes, they're kind of misunderstood. And Ivy's been one of those characters that's been given a more sympathetic background.
Yes. I don't like that too much either. I'm just like, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that sometimes, I suppose, but don't do it to established villains as much. Although, and I don't know if I think we even talked about it last time. Sometimes it happens. Like, I don't know if we mentioned it or not. Flint Marko, the Marvel version of the Sandman, was of course originally a Spidey villain. He became a member of the Sinister Six, and then later the Frightful Four. He liked groups with numbers for some reason, and later he became kind of he went over to the other side, became kind of a good guy that was saying he kind of actually became good for a while. It's okay to do that sometimes. Poison Ivy, however, hates. I mean, she's nuts. First of all, she hates people. She loves plants, which begs the question: what does she eat?
Yes, I was always confused about that. But in the cartoon, she was always depicted as being a vegetarian, and I
She's a
think in the
cannibal.
comics as well. Yes.
Yeah, you're like, They didn't think about that one, did they? But not
but
much.
I just love her design. I obviously redhead, I'm
Oh,
biased. I
me
never
too.
minded whether she has, flesh tone or whether she's green skinned. I just love the design, and I love that most of the depictions of her are quite sexual. You'll see her either with the ivy just covering
Oh God, yeah.
the bits that need to be covered, or she is very, provocatively dressed. Um, she owns
Absolutely.
the sexuality, which I like.
Absolutely. Jax Momo, hey there. Hey there. Good to see you there. Bro Swambardo. Oh yes. Let me put that in there. Um, absolutely. She's gorgeous. And again, I share that prejudice because I love redheads. So the look, of course, and again, as a guy, it's easy to get caught up in that look and everything. But she is actually a pretty interesting villain. She's one of the actually really probably one of the first plant-based villains. Although there was Floronic Man later or stuff like
Yes.
that. But he was a little bit different. I mean, there was some differences to him because he actually became sort of like became a tree in a sense after a while, whatever. At some point, she still is very much human looking, even though she doesn't like humans.
Mm-hmm.
And she's beautiful. But yeah, and there's the thing, yeah, trying to make her a little bit too sympathetic doesn't really work. That way, she's crazy, and she's supposed to be. Let's just be honest. I mean, she's crazy, and she's supposed to be. And they have, as you said, and we're not doing like the male gaze thing here because I don't want. We're not. That's a lot of fun that we do on Loki show, but this is more actually talking about the characters, and she is a pretty good concept for a villain.
She is, yes, and she's powerful as well. She's one of the few female Batman villains that can really hold her own. I mean, Harley has kind of come into the limelight and she's kind of taken over. Um, but Harley is, she's the Joker's second in command. Ivy is her own woman, and I know obviously we had the Prey later on, and then Harley and Ivy kind of were pushed together and hooked up, like that picture there. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
always liked
trying
her
to get away from that.
as her
Yeah.
standalone character.
Yes, and you mentioned that sometimes she looks like just
Mm-hmm.
normal, like just like a normal skin color, but sometimes she's green. I gotta admit, I kind of just like it where it was mostly like on the animated series where she looks more like that. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, even though that's not quite the exact look she had on the animated series, I kind of prefer that. The green skin stuff and all that. I don't know. I just think that's kind of a little. I mean, it's over the top a little bit for me personally.
I
It's
really liked
okay.
her design in the Arkham game. I thought that was a really good look
Oh,
for
that would
her.
be right here.
The one, yeah,
You
that's
like that one? Yeah.
but within the confines of the game, I thought that worked really, really well. I love the vines on her skin and the look that they gave her.
Yes. And like as we were talking about, she varies quite a bit with her look there. Just Joe, what's up, Jobber? Good to see you, brother. Ironcaster. I'm sorry, my eyes were on Ivy and not you guys, so I miss you there. You popped in there. I can't imagine why. Good to see you there, my friends. And I gotta tell you something. Ironcaster kind of makes a good point, and we could talk about it. We could say to her, by the way, he's sick of Harley. She's been overexposed lately. I'm one of the few that holds that unpopular opinion as well, my friend. I mean, but that begs the question: what do you think of the whole Ivy dynamic or the relationship there in terms of just in general, them, because I thought it was kind of okay at first, and for me, it kind of. I don't know. It's okay, but it gets a little kind of old. Maybe not on the animated series, by the way. I'm talking about everywhere all the time.
Yeah, in the animated series, they were just depicted as being friends, and I thought that worked really well because there
Yeah.
wasn't that many female characters, and having them kind of team up but still kind of have that rivalry, I thought was pretty fun. But in the comics, obviously later on, they kind of pushed it so that they're a couple.
And yeah, it's not true. It doesn't work.
No, I've never seen. Ivy doesn't care about people. Ivy just cares about plants. So
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And then, again, we're not getting explicit or anything like that, or really going that far. I'm just saying, everyone, just these that's kind of out of character for them. Let them be. Why can't just as two guy characters can be buddies? Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle and that kind of stuff, or the Beast and Wonder Man. Two characters, even though they're not heroes or villains, can be buddies as well. But when it's women, everyone's got to move it to an extreme.
mm-hmm.
It's like they're just friends.
There's no need to kind of force this lesbian angle between the two characters. They work perfectly well as partners in crime, frenemies, whatever you want to call them.
Yes, and on the animated series, and it was kind of, I don't know if you want to call it something that was kind of, in fact, if I remember right, it was I think it may have been in some comics at some point, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time. She started out as with Harvey Dent for a while. They dated, or they were with each other.
She did.
And as you know, obviously, Harley was with the Joker, so yeah, they were,
Yes, Phantom Outsider brings up a good point, and I'd agree as well. I think that the Ivy in the Batman animated series did care about Harley, but only because she hates the Joker that much.
Yeah.
She actually felt sorry for Harley. It was the kind of taking her under a wing and trying to get her away from this insane clown.
Yeah. Yep. So any more thoughts on Poison Ivy, or is there another one, another villainess that you would like to speak of?
I would say she's definitely one of my favorite, if not my top 3 villains.
Really?
Lady
Wow,
villains.
Nice.
Yeah, I love her look. I love her backstory. But keep her as a villain. Don't try and bring in this sympathetic angle. Because she's more than happy to kill people for what she believes in.
Well, I didn't even not really know they were doing that with her, because I don't read anything current anymore, so I was not even aware of that. So there you go. Who's another one? Because you say I'm be interested to know, since she's so high up on your list, who would be another lady villain that you like a lot?
Let's swing over to Marvel, and obviously we're a big fan of Thor. We're a big fan of Loki. So how about Hela, goddess of death and queen of the Asgard's underworld?
Nice. And let's see. I was trying to find there's a Kirby one. I was trying to find a Kirby Hela. But many of there's a couple of Kirby ones there.
I actually, just as a side note, loved Kate Beckinsale's depiction of Hela in Ragnarok. I thought she really nailed the look and feel of the character. Even though she hasn't got the backstory in the comics. Obviously, she's Loki's daughter rather than sister. But I thought she looked fantastic.
Yes. I think there's a picture. No, that's a cosplay. I thought that was Kate Blanchett for a second. There's some John Buscema. But yes, I'm totally with you. She is I like her origin and the way it works in comics better. But as much as I have a lot of the issues I have with the film Thor Ragnarok, I thought she was great.
I did too. I was very surprised how well she was done, and even how well the costume was done. The headpiece that they gave her. Obviously, most likely it's CGI, or at least most of it is CGI, but it looked great.
Yeah, yep. And she is, again, they also, considering that film is kind of jokey,
Mhm.
if you will, and a little bit over the top. She still did a
Yes.
great job, and she's she's good. She's a good villainess.
She is. I was told the same as Sammy Joe. Don't take this Ragnarok seriously. Think of it as a comedy, and it's much more enjoyable. And I absolutely agree with that. The only thing that I also would agree with is Hela didn't get beaten by Thor, which she should have done. It was Surtur, obviously, that took Hela out.
Yeah, yeah. Thor's a big,
Hmm.
kind of a big wimp in that movie. To be perfectly honest with you.
Hated what they
Um,
did with Thor in that film.
oh, I again, as fun as the film can be, it really annoys me, and so on so many levels. Some of the stuff they did to him
Hmm.
in that film, and well, later too. Um, you know, uh, the gouging his eye out crap. Uh, I don't know, but again, that's the other topic. But she's great. She's one of the top Marvel villains. But the thing is, of course, they put her in that film. Really, she's been around a little bit in comics, but you don't see her as much anywhere close to as much as you would, for example, Poison Ivy.
Hmm.
You know, but she's there though.
Yes, she is. I think that they, at least in recent times, they're not quite sure what to do with her as a character. Which is kind of a shame because, like you say, she has been around for a long time. She's got a really rich backstory.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the Thor comics they draw heavily from Norse mythology, and Hela herself, or Hel, as she would have been, um, is quite close to the goddess. Um, she can claim people's souls. She can resurrect the dead. Um, she can cast illusions. She is a very powerful character.
Yes. Very powerful. Very dangerous. And do you think they'll bring her back? No, you don't want her brought back. Don't disregard that. You don't want her brought back. Not
Mm,
now.
not now, no.
No. I don't want any of them brought back now, male or female. The way they're with who's in charge of those characters now?
Hmm.
Yep, she is excellent. Bruce Lombardo, I have not, but in fact, I haven't bought anything. I haven't bought any comics at the comic shop in forever. So, dude, it'll happen one day. When it does, you, sir, will be the first one. Bruce is I'll have to go on Discord. What I need your PO box because I want to send. Oh, he wants to send me Ragnarok. Dude, you don't have to do that. Oh man, dude. I'm
Good
gonna grab
evening.
him. Say again.
Just saying good evening to Bruce. Sorry, love.
Oh yeah, no. He's been there's as you know, I buy no modern comics, but Bruce, of course, is a good dude who is also a fan of Walt Simonson, who did a wonderful run on Thor back in the 80s. And he is, of course, one of the few old pros that's doing a regular comic book right now.
Hmm.
And he's doing because Thor, you can really use him. You can use that character anyway. I mean, the name, also. And so he's been doing for a while, past few years, a Ragnarok comic that everyone has been saying is really good. And I meant to get it. And he never lets me forget about it, but I do forget sometimes. But he's saying, I don't have a PO box. He said something like, get PO box and wants to send it to me. I know you're way on the other side of the world, sir. You don't have to do that, Bruce. But it's appreciated. But I will contact you on Discord. Well, next time I go on there, I always forget to turn it on because it messes with what I'm doing on my computer all the time. So I turn it off, then I forget about it. So, when I started to move over here to YouTube, Purple, my son tried to get me to use Discord, and it was like, again, I couldn't even. It was so. I didn't want to use it to do the show because it just couldn't even. It was just foreign to me. I just couldn't tell what was going on. So it's pretty much just so easy for a dummy like me. J.R. Bailey, welcome. But I think. Okay, I thought you were like on the other side of the planet for some reason. Well, I thought you were from Australia or something like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, Bruce. Hello. Well, your name was Bruce, so I thought you were an Aussie. Aren't you all named Bruce? I Hey, Bruce. Hello, Bruce. I'm sorry. My name's Michael. That's going to cause a bit of confusion. Mind if we call you Bruce?
I love that.
I was thinking you know some Python there, of course. I love it.
Yes.
That'd be much nicer if I was an Aussie. And there's Flawed Parrish, as Steve mentioned, calls him around because we know him as Minimus Prime. Wow, the show doesn't suck nearly as much as your BTR show. Well, I can make it suck even more sometimes. But we have Purple here, so it's always going to be great with Purple's here.
Good evening, Claude.
He doesn't deserve a good evening. Tell him to have a crappy evening. That's what he deserves. Let's see here. But thank Bruce. I appreciate that, buddy. Who would be another one? Unless you got more to say about Hela, of course.
No, I really like Hela. I think it's one of those characters that I'm going to have to kind of dive back into and really kind of try and find some of her specific stories. There aren't that many that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, she's a recurring villain, obviously, but
yes, I don't know if she has her own series or maybe I don't think there's ever been anything where she's had her own series, but I could be wrong. They could have done a moderner one or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been around, like you say, so you could find stuff, and we could definitely help you find like what someone. I'm sure someone out there, because you know how geek this is, right? There's someone out there who could tell you, oh, these are the best Hela stories. I'm sure there's someone who could do that. That's the way it is, you know.
Well, we do have the best chat.
Oh, it's amazing. And if they're not in this chat, usually they're in this chat. In this chat, I found if there's something you need to know that's of geek origin, if I don't know it, if you don't know it, somebody in there knows it. So, yeah, that's just the way it goes.
Nice.
And I love that. Who's another one that you, again, some of your favorites?
We touched on her when we were talking about Ivy. So how about Harley? Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's find some Harley. She is really, made her debut on a cartoon, as everyone well knows. Batman animated, the great Batman animated series.
She did, yeah. She was supposed to be just a one-off character, obviously created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, but she proved to be so popular in the cartoon that she's become a staple in the comic books and has been around ever since. For me, I love the actual Harley Quinn outfit that they gave her, the classic black and red. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
That's the Harley that I think of. And who doesn't love her name? I mean, Harleen Quinzel.
You do know that I'm sure there was in the late 70s there was a character and there was who was it was kind of a crazy story. She joined the Teen Titans. They called her the Joker's daughter, but later they changed her name to Harley Quinn. And of course, she was actually it wasn't even the Joker's daughter. She was Harvey Dent's daughter. Yeah, don't even begin. I can't even. It's crazy. And so when I first heard about Harley Quinn, even though it was on the animated series, that's what I first thought of for the first second. I'm like, I thought about, is this Harley Quinn? Oh no, she's Harley Quinn. Okay, got it. It's funny. She's really, when she first pops up, she's just, typical, not a hench person.
Yes. She's just portrayed as kind of the hench wench, she's shown as being, at least to begin with, a kind of a dumb blonde, until you get a little bit of a backstory and you realize that, she's actually very, very smart. She's a trained athlete. She's a gymnast. She's very capable of holding her own, but she is besotted with the Joker, or her pudding, as she calls him. She will do anything for him, no matter how badly he treats her.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what I got beat to there. Steven Mitchell said somebody beat me to something, but I can't see the chat that well. So whatever I got beat to, well, congrats to whoever did it. I don't know what he's talking about, but I didn't see it. I tried to backtrack and couldn't find it. So he said somebody beat me to it. I don't know what that was. Do you?
I missed it. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm sure someone will tell me. But Yes. Then after a while, well, of course, it's funny. She started popping up in the comic that was related to the series, the Batman Adventures, a comic that was also based on the animated series. And then she got her own one shot, Mad Love, which was a kind of an origin story, which they later adapted onto the cartoon.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
And
actually, great episode.
yes, and you know what, Captain Cockney Spock, welcome, good to see you. And you know what? Oh, the Joker's daughter, aka Harley Quinn. Really? Well, I didn't see it, but cool. Although she was called Harley Quinn. I'm just saying, I thought it was going to be. When I first heard, I go Harley Quinn. Yeah, but anyway, that was Duella. What was her name? Duella Dent or whatever.
Yep, Duella Dent.
Yeah. So, but I don't know whatever happened to her. But that was '70s and early '70s and stuff in the Teen Titan, in the first Teen Titans series before it became back the new Teen Titans. But anyway, there were a couple of other great episodes of Batman animated series with her. They had one called Harlequinade. And
yes, Harlequinade.
Remember that one?
Yep, Laughing Fish was a good one.
Well, she's in that one. That Laughing Fish was adapted from 2 Batman comics. She was in that, but that were done before she ever existed. Though the Laughing Fish was based on one of the. They combined it with one of the Englehart and Rogers Definitive Detective comics issues from the '70s, and with the Joker's 5-Way Revenge, which was Denny O'Neil. The first story where Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams brought back the darker, more serious, dangerous Joker and the darker Batman. And she is in that. She has to eat fish.
One of my favorites was Harley's Holiday, where she's trying to go.
That's it.
She's trying to go clean. Yep.
That was a great
basically,
one.
Batman spends the entire night chasing her all over the city. And at the end of the episode, she says to him, why do you keep sticking your neck out for me when I've done nothing but cause you trouble? And he says to her, I know what it's like to have a bad day.
Yes, that was a great one. Mm-hmm. That was, Harlequinade, I think, is the one when she was fighting with Joker, right?
Yes, I think so.
And what shocked me was later when they did I think it was 4th season when they adapted Mad Love. Obviously, there's a scene in the comic book, everyone, that couldn't be put in the animated series, which I won't mention. You may know of.
Yes.
But anyway, it was a very faithful adaptation, and I was shocked to see that they did that, and it's just got it's one thing to read it in the comic, and the comic was great, but to see that them adapt that story, that I think that really those 3 stories we just mentioned. Because, again, she was in a lot of comics. She was fine in the earlier episodes when she was just running around. She was funny enough, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And then, of course, they had her in that one. Then they would put her with the Harvey and Ivy and stuff. They really fleshed out the character. To me, personally, the character's never been better than on that series, for me.
I'd agree. And Arlene Sorkin, who gave her the voice, that's the definitive Harley that I think of. That kind of almost squeaky voice, but that kind of twang accent that she gave her, where she sounds like a dumb blonde, but she really isn't. I love that.
Great. She is great.
And they did try to obviously reproduce that in the live action films with Margot Robbie, but never quite nailed it.
No. And I personally don't like the whatever you want, the Hot Topic look for her, if you will.
Yes.
Cynthia Dildo. Welcome.
Welcome. Mark wants me to say pudding again. So there we go.
Huh? What's that? Oh, say it.
Mark wants me to say pudding.
Now, I don't know about you. I'm not even going to put it up there because it makes me sick. That Harley Quinn cartoon that they put on the DC app, to me, I think it's horrible.
I hate that characterization. I also hate the 2-tone colored hair. I also thought that was really silly. I know they've done that a lot in the comics. They've given it, the half red or half black or half red, half blue or pink. But I also thought it was kind of dumb, to be honest.
Yes, and that cartoon, by the way, look again here, and now I'm going to get called an old fuddy-duddy and all that kind of crap. I just think that Darius Munchausen, welcome.
Hey.
J.R. Bailey, good to see you, J.R. Bailey. Personally, I cannot stand the fact that cartoon is full of, it looks like, I mean, the animation looks fine. It looks like it's just a cartoon for everybody, and they've got, I don't know if you've seen much of it, but
I've seen clips of it. Yeah, it's tries too hard to be edgy. Yeah, and she's just comes off as a really nasty character. She's not funny. She's not endearing as she was in the animated series.
No, she's not. And and they have vile, really, really, super adult vile language on it, and violence that doesn't belong in a cartoon. I mean, if you look at that cartoon, and you know how a lot of people don't know cartoons. Some kid can be messing around on the DC app on his phone. Mommy, can I watch the Batman cartoon? And she'll hear this, effing this and effing Alice language on there. Going, I thought you were watching a cartoon. And it's just, don't do that with comic book characters that aim and put it to a general audience. It's just
no. They were trying far too hard to shock people, to be edgy, to tie in this Harley with the live action Harley, obviously, because that's what her look is based on. But not a good direction to take her at all.
No, or Batman, because Batman, he's on there, and he's portraying it's vile. What they do, just this will always be my Harley. But like I say, look, I didn't like the Suicide Squad movie. I didn't watch Birds of Prey. I really like Margot Robbie. I don't really like that look, but she's a great, she's a wonderful actress. She's beautiful.
She looks a little bit better in the upcoming film. They've kind of at least got her back into the red and black outfit now. So who knows?
Could be good. It could be good. So we'll see. But wrong cartoon. Oh my god. Anyway, so who would be another one? I mean, if you want to, did you want to stay with some lady villains for a while yet?
Yeah, let's do a couple more, and then we can go on to the other.
No, look, as long as you want. Who are some of your favorite ones? I mean,
how about we jump on to Mystique?
Let me find that Mystique. One of the things about Mystique is, by the time she had popped up in X-Men, I really had kind of tapped out of buying the comic that much. So I never really knew that much about. I never really read many comics with her in it because I dropped X-Men. And look, when you pull her up, all you see is movie stuff.
Yes,
which is fine. I'm saying.
No, I actually liked her design in the film. I thought she looked pretty cool. The lady that played her looked amazing because that's
Rebecca.
pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much just body paint and a few prosthetics over her.
Yeah. When I saw her in those movies, I was like, hey, I mean, I was not, other than obviously she's really super, beautiful and all that stuff and intriguing. She was never a character that I had any kind of big time attachment to. Should I say?
I've got to admit, I always liked the look of her, and I liked what she can do. The idea that she can basically become anybody, she can mimic anybody. Is good. And she's another one that's had a kind of mixed background, her real name, if you will, would be Raven Darkholme. She first came out in the late 1970s, I think. So again, one that's been around for quite a while.
She's been around a while, but I never really saw her that much in the regular comic for when I was reading it. I mean, she was there. Yeah.
She's obviously primarily an X-Men villain. But I think she had more of a kind of revival with the cartoons when they came out, and obviously when the film came out.
Yes, and she, like I say, it's just a character I didn't really pay a lot of attention to that much, so I don't have a big opinion of her that much. I have nothing against her, and I think actually I don't even like those X-Men movies very much, to be honest with you. But she's very good in them, though. I mean, she's one of the best things in those in those early X-Men movies. For me, anyway, for someone who didn't like those films much.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I just something about her. I think it's because she looked so different. That was quite appealing. Again, she's kind of that kind of femme fatale character. You know, she's powerful enough to hold her own, and as her name suggests, she is mysterious.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I guess
But
I think I saw her. I think Super HDJ, welcome. I'm trying to welcome everyone who shows up, everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think I first saw her in a Miss Marvel comic or something before I saw her in an X-Men comic somewhere in the 70s or something like that. But I would see her pop up in X-Men once in a while. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I have nothing against her. I just don't really, she was never a character that I really thought about a lot. So, but you apparently have read her in a lot of comics or saw them in the cartoons mostly. What was most of your exposure?
the cartoons, that's what I saw her. I mean, obviously she's got ties with Rogue, and the X-Men and Nightcrawler. She's got ties, but it was X-Men Evolution that
Yeah.
I really remember her from because she was the major villain. She was portrayed as being Nightcrawler's mother. She was the adopted mother of Rogue, and she was always kind of at odds with Magneto in that. And
I
it
like
was a
that
pretty
statue.
good depiction of her. That is a cool statue.
That's a nice statue right there. Yeah. Larry says, "Oh, I thought it was okay. I thought it was a Miss Marvel comic. I didn't know I'm bad with issue numbers anyway, but and I wasn't even really buying that book regularly, but I just figured it was that book. Sometimes I either was buying it or I just probably bagged it and boarded it a few times and saw it in there. So I don't think I bought that book regularly when it was on the stands, but okay. And yeah, that is a cool statue. So yes,
It really is. Yeah.
Yep.
I
Now,
think she's going to be one of those that they're probably going to bring back. But I don't know. I always liked her. I thought she was a really cool character.
Oh no. Again, like I said, I just didn't really have a lot of exposure to her myself, but I saw her. Again, I watched a couple of those movies. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her much in those. That last, I know, was it Jennifer Lawrence or someone plays her now?
Jennifer Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I liked Rebecca Romijn. Is it
Romijn? Yes,
pronounced?
way better. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's great. I think I did watch that stupid X-Men Days of Future Past movie, so I did see that one. There are a lot of them I did not watch. So, yeah. Phantom Outsiders didn't have many major comic appearances at Minor Powers. Don't lend themselves for fighting, I guess. Yeah.
She was worked better as obviously, like a double agent or that kind of villain.
Let's see. How about if I bounce a couple of villains off of you there, like some lady villains still, and see what you think of them. Unless you got another one you want to pop up.
No, go for it.
Well, one. Let's see. She's probably one of the most famous ones, and it kind of does sort of tie into what you were talking about, how you don't really like them to be anti-heroes that much, but you got to talk about her a little bit. I mean, she's Catwoman.
Yes.
Or as Adam West said in the Batman 66 movie, our old arch nemesis, Catwoman. Okay. I used to do a better Adam West than that, folks, I promise. Look what comes up. Movie crap, mostly.
Oh, but you can't knock Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, I love her.
As Catwoman.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, my God. That outfit, wow. But you mentioned the Adam West Batman. Who was your Catwoman?
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. I hate to go with the standard answer. Julie Newmar. Now, I love Lee Merriweather, who played her in the '66 movie that they made because Lee Merriweather was making a film called. Julie Newmar was making a film called McKenna's Gold at the time, so she couldn't be on set for that part, even though she was on the series. So, Yeah, to me, it's Julie Newmar all the way. I mean, by the way, love Michelle Pfeiffer later, but if you told me in the TV series, and yeah, what about you?
I'd agree with Julie Newmar, although I do also really, really enjoyed Eartha Kitt and Lee Merriweather. But yeah, there's
J.R.
something
Bailey,
very alluring.
Eartha Kitt is not the original. Julie Newmar and played her right before Lee Merriweather played her in that movie. But you could like her the best. That's fine. Again, Eartha Kitt is a beautiful woman. I just didn't, I was so used to Julie. Plus, she was in the third season, and the episodes were better in the, the stories and the episodes were a little bit better than that in the first two seasons. But that's cool. I mean, but she did not play her first though. But it's not here to there.
But I've got to admit, Michelle Pfeiffer was my first Catwoman that I really remember from Batman Returns. I think it was the outfit. There's just something about it that she looked amazing. Owned that character.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. My mother went to high school with Julie Newmar, says D. Bud Martin. She said she stood out because she was so tall. Yes, I met her once. She was sitting down at a table signing autographs, but still. I have a picture with her somewhere, and I don't know whatever happened to it. Oh, no biggie, JR. Yeah, she was in the third season. No problem. She was in the third season, and she's wonderful, by the way. I love Eartha Kitt. But they had 3 on the Adam and Batman 66, and I don't know if you've seen the 66 movie, but Lee Merriweather's pretty good too. She's really good in that one as well. I love her.
Yeah.
But yeah. But so they were all wonderful. And again, I love Michelle Pfeiffer, like you mentioned. Oh my God. I guess we should get a picture of her, shouldn't we? Even
Yes,
though
we should.
that movie, I don't know. I remember Returns I liked. They had some things I didn't like as much about it later, but I like it. And of course, if I have to pick a favorite thing about it, I mean, it's
Meow.
kind of a no-brainer. Kind of a no-brainer if you had to say what is your favorite thing about that movie. Let me think.
Yes, funnily enough, nobody ever says penguin. Although
I appreciate you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Although I really did love Danny DeVito as the penguin.
Yeah, he was freaky. Again, Tim Burton was a weirdo who was obsessed with the villains. He even admitted it. He didn't care about Batman. He liked the villains, which I go, all right, dude, maybe you should be making a movie. But I like those movies enough. I'm just saying that he's kind of a weirdo, and it stood out because his penguin was a weirdo. Hey, by the way, J.R. Bailey, I do appreciate you there, buddy. Nerdporial Life Form, welcome. I always like that name, the Nerdporial Life Form.
Good night.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Absolutely, good to see you. But yes, Michelle was just terrific, though. Nerdporial Life Form says, my latest video is doing well. To all the boomers on Facebook, shared it as a Forbidden Planet. To a Forbidden Planet. That was a video about Forbidden Planet. I'm in. Help me remember to go watch it. And everyone, I don't have a link to his channel right now, but the Nerdporial Life Forum has a video about Forbidden Planet. If you could find that channel, if you could just search it, please go support his channel and watch that video because I love Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet's a great film, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, it's fantastic. J.T. Kirk, welcome. So there's the thing we talked about Julie Newmar and of course Eartha Kitt and then Lee Merriweather and Michelle Pfeiffer. I gotta be honest with you, there's no one else that really played Catwoman to me that I.
No, I mean we had Halle Berry.
To be honest, I love Halle Berry, but that outfit, man, the movie's bad in my opinion. So
we had the young lady that played her in the Gotham TV series, which I hated the series, so I think I only watched a couple of episodes.
Me too. She was playing younger, so yeah. Didn't like that. Did not like Who else was there? Anne Hathaway. I don't like
But
The Dark Knight Retires. Nothing against Anne Hathaway
no,
personally. I don't think she's that good.
you know what? I
I don't like her
completely
outfit
forgot
either.
that she was actually in that film.
Oh yeah. I hope you're not hearing that lightning and thunder. Did you hear that? Oh, good. I'm
Oh
glad you heard.
yeah,
Oh, you heard
I
that?
heard that. Mm-hmm.
Oh my. All right, this is ridiculous. Look at all these. I don't even know who some of these. Well, some of them are cosplayers, I guess, or fan films. But on this pick here,
Yes, I think so.
but you can't. And we're not doing like the male gaze thing here, but I will say that costumes are important for superheroes and even villains. So, when it comes to, do you have a favorite Catwoman costume, perchance?
Um, well, I always prefer to see her in the all-in-one cat suit. Um, the only one that I never liked was the one that they gave her. So that purple one where they gave her the tail, it looked really odd. Even though I obviously I love the style. I just thought the actual cat suit was taking it a little bit too far. I really like the look of her from the animated series as well, where she's wearing the grey and black. I thought that was pretty good.
Yes. Oh yeah. See this front one at the forefront? This is Brian Boland art, so he's great. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't like that one with those goggles too much. Either the one at the forefront there.
Yes. The goggles seem to come in later on. They more and
Right.
more seem to started drawing her
Yes.
with goggles or, night vision or something.
I love this one. This is more of your Bronze Age costume.
Hmm.
I've always kind of loved this one.
So that's great, but I always think it's really impractical for a cat burglar to be wearing a dressing plate.
A lot of super villains or heroes costumes are pretty impractical. Yeah, you're right. But I love it. And it looks like Alan Davis drew that one there, somebody like that. You know the one, and again, we're not doing like male gaze stuff, but you know the one that does do it for me as a toxic male the most, though? I'm just got to say it.
Mm.
Are you familiar
Which
with
one's that?
the Jim Ballant costume? And that is this. Let's see. I bet it'll pop up if I put the link in there. Yep, I knew it. Yeah. I know it's evil.
Yes. With the thigh-high boots, absolutely.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, hey, call me what you're gonna call me. I just, I know it's ridiculous.
No, can't disagree with that one.
Yes, it's beautiful though. Yeah. So, I really do like that one. Why does things keep? Yeah, I get it. The weather's here, and we got tornadoes. Still stop popping up like that. Yeah, we're all gonna die with tornadoes tonight. Oh, okie dokie. Well, who is? I have not been seeing the chat, everyone, because we're getting those pictures. So, let's see here. Let me see. How about I throw another supervillainess at you for your commentary?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who would be one to throw? Mike Beats. Hello. Now I can't think of one. But you throw one at me.
How about how about Phoenix?
I did think of that, but I'm going, well, she's a little of both. So you want to go Dark Phoenix on me, do you? All right, there.
Phoenix?
Well, that'll work. Let's go for that then. Jean Grey. And you want to just stick with Jean Grey instead of all the complicated stuff? Or do you want to do it all? All the other manifestations, or do you want to go with Jean Grey?
Just Jean Grey. Just stick with Jean Grey because we could be here a while.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Of course. Oh my God. Why does all this movie crap pop up when you do that? The hell with that movie. Holy shite, yes. Google.
I hated both versions of her.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. That's Dark Phoenix to me right there.
Yes.
You know, that's my Dark Phoenix. That's my Dark Phoenix right there. Oh, so good. The Dark Phoenix saga is one of the greatest sagas in comics of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, I know there's Madeline Pryor and Hope Summers. I knew they would see. I knew it. All you had to do was mention Dark Phoenix, and those names will start popping up. That stuff was all. Hey, Carrie Fisher, what's up? What's up, bro? The Flash is here. Flash is here. But Purple, as I tell a lot of people, I guess because I'm old, I don't know. I dumped, X-Men around the mid '80s as far as buying the title. So a lot of that crap came after I'd left the series. It's kind of funny, when I would go into a comic shop or somewhere and someone would bring up, oh, did you see this crap going on with the X-Men or this, that, and the other? Someone would bring it up and I would go, I dumped the book in 1984, dude. I don't know. It's been like 5-6 years now at that point. So I don't know what's going on in it, man, but I hear you. I don't know, but I hear you. So, because, everyone has an opinion, as you know. And so I'm not that up to speed on X-Men lore when it comes to that stuff because I just dumped. I don't think I ever bought the title regularly until somewhere like the early aughts or something when Whedon took over driving the Astonishing X-Men, maybe. So what about you? Did you read the comic a lot or just mainly stick with cartoon and
I
movies
did
and
read,
stuff?
kind of moved on to other things with the X-Men. It was never one that I was, it was never one in my kind of regular reading rotation, but there was something about Dark Phoenix, turning her from Jean Grey, kind of a very placid, very kind of straight-laced character to this incredibly powerful villain that is really a force to be reckoned with. And I know they just kept making her more and more powerful. I think it was Claremont who kept writing her stronger and stronger, and it was getting to the point where she was, she couldn't be beaten. So they had to figure out a way of taking her out.
Yes, she was becoming like just outrageously powerful, and that did present problems. As many know, Jean, or the Dark Phoenix saga. Are you familiar with the story of how it was originally supposed to end?
How was it supposed to end?
Well, she was not going to die. And Phantom Outsider, what side of the Wolverine hitting on Jean were you on? I was against it, dude. Scott standing right there. Yeah, it was pretty stupid, especially later. I'm a Scott. Look, my favorite X-Men is, and I know it gets a lot of heat for this. I get a lot of heat for this. My favorite is Cyclops. He's my favorite X-Man. A lot of people don't like him. I get it. People are Wolveriners and all that stuff. I love Scott Summers. He's a jackass. Yes, he's a great leader. It's a guy that can't ever take these goggles off in his life. So, I mean, he's got a lot of problems, but I love the character for it. So, but, so yeah, some of that stuff. I love Wolverine and all that stuff. When he was in the X-Men and later when he didn't become just kind of a stamp for Marvel. But, by the way, Jared Bailey, would you classify Aaron's son as both bad or good from Farscape? I love her, by the way, Claudia Black. I think she's good. I think she's a great hero, has a great hero arc and redemption arc.
Absolutely.
So that's the way I would go with her. So she was not supposed to die. And then Jim Shooter, and you could all dispute this if you want. He has said this in interviews. And it pissed off Claremont and Byrne. Shooter basically decided that, well, she murdered a whole planet full of asparagus people. She should die.
Sorry.
She did what she did. She did wipe out a whole planet. Yeah. So she must die. Have you ever seen, for example, the comic book, Phoenix, the Untold Story, Dark Phoenix, the Untold Story?
No.
They released a comic with the actual ending in it.
Well, it became a running joke with the character, Jean. How many times can they kill this character off and bring her back?
Yeah. How many times? And we found out, didn't we? Here's let's see the cover here. I remember when this came out, and you could buy this Phoenix: The Untold Story. So you too, folks, can read that. JT Kirk, what about Polaris? Oh yeah, she was great.
Mm-hmm.
And she was green. Well, war green. Emma Frost. So, well, there's Phoenix. Let's see here. I was going to throw one at you. Remember we talked about one earlier, but there's one you weren't that familiar with. So let's stay on ones that if you still want to stay on the ladies.
Yeah, we'll stick with the ladies, and then we can change gear to the other idea that we had.
Let's see here. Who would be one? But you throw one at me again because I can't really think of one. If you got one.
Let's see. Who could we bring up? I know that they've been talking X-Men villains. I was trying to think of some Spider-Man villains, but the really female villains, there aren't that many. I mean, we had Shriek, which was Silver Sable. I know there was a female version of Doc Ock, which was Lady Octopus, which they seem to do a lot of. They'll just do
yeah.
But we had one of the female symbiotes, which was Scream.
I never really. That must be just later stuff, right?
That's
if you get into the modern era, you lose me. Yeah. I stopped buying a lot of Marvel and DC a long time ago, and so I don't know. I don't know that one. You can look it up if you want me to, though. I'd have to find her.
No. Let's see if we can find a better one.
Let's see. I got a DC one. No. Why? This is ridiculous. I usually can think of. Well, would you call Black Cat a villain? Because you want a Spidey villain, so.
I would kind of class her as an anti-hero, I guess.
Yeah.
But she's still a cool character. But if you're gonna go, I would still prefer Catwoman over Black Cat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But she is lovely though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What about well, we've talked about some of the bigger ones. What about the one that Thanos is obsessed with, Death? Would you class Death as a villain or villainess?
Well, in those comics, wasn't she mostly like a statue? Now, again, if you pull that up, it'll come up as Lady Death, the comic book that is different.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Never read it, but sure. Oh yeah, did you?
I didn't know. I've seen the character, but it's not one that I've ever read. But I always liked the style of her. There was a cartoon as well, which was pretty good if I remember correctly.
I'd never seen it. There she is.
There she is. Yes.
I'm sorry, comic story about. It's weird because I got one again. We talked about it. Talked about her earlier. I guess we can mention her because I think she is a great villainess. Let's see. I by the way, I'm not seeing the chat because I'm looking for all this stuff, folks. But last time I bought comics, they were 50 cents, dude. Wow, that's early late 70s, early 80s. Yeah. Well, I can't say I blame you. No condemnation from me, but I can tell you that much. You didn't miss much, man. It's weird because there's so many lady villains, and I'm just being ridiculous. But
what about one that was a disappointment from the latest Wonder Woman film, Cheetah?
Oh, there you go. See, I knew I could count on you. She is at least an established figure because I was on our great buddy Nick Weiser's channel the other night, who has a great channel, and there's a link in the description below, everyone. His topic was, coincidentally, Spider-Man villains. And we were talking about different ones, and we were talking about just which heroes have great rogues galleries and such.
Mhm.
And we're talking about how, if you think about it, Wonder Woman doesn't have much of a rogues gallery.
No, she doesn't.
I mean, her main baddie is Cheetah, and she certainly was misused in that movie.
Oh, she looks terrible.
And she's had different looks over the years. This one is her more animal look.
Yeah, see, I like the one that we've got up at the moment where she looks more human, but she's still got the kind of, obviously, the cheetah print.
This one or one on the side? Which one?
The one that we've got up at the moment.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Let me go back to that one.
No,
This one here?
that one looks good too. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, all of those good. Anything that isn't too kind of animal looking, I prefer.
Yeah.
Or the one right at the top where she's got that kind of purple outfit on.
Yes. I see what you're talking about. Couldn't find
Mm-hmm.
a big pic of it, but there you go.
There we go.
Yes. They get a little too crazy with the her being too much of a, well, by the way, this is not Cheetah. This is Catwoman in a Batman animated series, which was crazy. But that reminded me of a villain we didn't talk about. So good, a villainess.
Cool.
But yes, she was a good physical, she's kind of a physical type of villain more than anything else. Physical match for Wonder Woman. She had a pretty interesting story throughout the years, but she was so misused in that movie. Oh my God.
She really was.
Oh God, it's miscast and everything. The thing about that is you just after her, can you name very many recurring Wonder Woman villains? If anyone says Dr. Psycho, they'll get a Cupid doll. But
yeah, there really aren't that many. I mean,
Giganta. There you go. I love Giganta. Go ahead.
Cersei, I suppose, would be one of her villains.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But again, it's not like there are tons of them, like Spidey or Batman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mark
it's kind of a shame because they really could have done something with this character in the film. But one, I think she was miscast. And two, the CGI just looks so bad.
It was terrible. It was. It was just awful. Yeah. But poor Wonder Woman, she doesn't have the kind of rogues gallery that Spidey or the Flash or Batman does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a shame. But that pick did lead me to one. It was one of the great DC villains, and I'm embarrassed that I forgot about it again because I'm just drawing a blank. Well, because since we're talking about lady villains, it just didn't pop in there. But I love Star Sapphire.
Ah.
Carol Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It takes me a second to reach this, everyone. Sorry. Oh my goodness. And since we're talking the purple, it's sort of purple, or is it not? It's purplish, right? Or what color would you call that?
Fish.
Sapphire, right? It's close enough,
Yes.
right? Oh boy. Wow. Just gorgeous, but more to it than that. Because we're here for more than just the gorgeousness, folks. Carol Ferris, of course, is a great character in the Hal Jordan's story. A tragic character. If you're familiar with her origin, we don't have to go deep into it or anything like that. But I've always loved her. And she's really, she's had been handled pretty well in a lot of comics and stuff. Actually, she was really handled obviously well in The Great Batman, The Brave and the Bold, but also, did you ever watch the Green Lantern animated series?
I didn't.
That was great.
No.
I really love that. And Carol's very well handled on that. Very well written on that cartoon. Any others
I've got to
that you can
admit,
think of?
I just love the style of this outfit. I can see why she's popular.
Yes. Whoa, my God. That's insane, isn't it? It's oh boy. Yes, it's one of the greatest you know, outfits ever. I mean, and I have, by the way, seen it cosplayed at Dragon Con.
Nice.
And I mean to that quality. Yes.
Yes. Mark D. Rivers said Raquel should cosplay Carol Ferris too. I agree.
Yeah, well, she's going to be Dream Girl. You knew that, right? Did you know she's going to be cosplaying Dream Girl?
Did I saw it on Twitter? Yeah, she's making the costume at the moment. I can't wait to see it.
Look at
She's
that.
going to look incredible.
She's not a villain, but we put that up there anyway, folks, because Raquel's cosplaying that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yes. You know, Typhoid Mary, Dave. She came around in the Anna Cindy issues of Daredevil. I'd already dumped the book by then. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you were reading it. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much for her. But did you ever read any of the comics with Typhoid Mary?
I'm not familiar with her, unfortunately.
Well, we'll show her though because someone mentioned him in the chat. Why not? We'll put her up there. She was a Daredevil villain at some point, and they even sort of put her on one of those Marvel shows that she was supposed to be her, in an Iron Fist or something like that, which was terrible. Was it Iron Fist? Maybe I can't remember now. There you go. Well, we'll take a look at one that don't know a lot about and that you're not that familiar with, just for the hell of it, because people like to see things like that. Again,
yeah, please do.
So there you go. I wasn't reading Daredevil at the time.
Okay, it's kind of cool.
I wasn't reading the comic at the time, so I knew of her, but it was just I dumped the comic. And that's now she looks good. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, that lady right there played her on the Iron Fist season 2, which was garbage. So poor her. They never even called her that, by the way.
That's why I missed it.
Yeah, they never even called her that on the show. Now, this is probably one of her more modern looks, which is nice and all. But I don't know. Not a character that ever meant much to me, but Dave Bob, who mentioned her, may have been reading the series. May have been reading the series at the time. I don't know. So there you go. Let's see here. How about?
I like the style of her. She looks cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, no, absolutely. And that's got to be more recent, right there.
Yes, I would imagine so.
Phantom Outsider. That's true. She did sort of steal her powers from Infectious Lass from the Legion of Subs. Yes. Believe it or not, Purple, there is a Legion of Superheroes, substitute heroes. Remember, her name is Infectious Lass.
Infectious Lass.
That's a good point, Mark D. With the say, I guess we should show. How about Malice? You want to see Malice? Sue Storm as a villain?
Yeah.
Because we've already seen Jean Grey as a villain. I forgot about it. Again, that's another example, although they did put her on that wonderful FF cartoon. I had already tapped out of the FF series at that point because it was crap. I think Byrne turned her into Malice, So personally, but it wasn't like forever or anything like that. It wasn't, Oops. So far back from the keyboard. Oh, there we go. However, it's an interesting costume, is it not?
It is. Yeah.
It's better than I don't know if you're familiar with Sue's boob window she had on her costume later, which was even I thought was stupid, and just because it was a dumb costume that she had. I'm talking about her Invisible Woman costume, though, not this. There she is,
Yeah,
Malice.
I could never take her seriously as a villain.
Yes. Orville Nation, welcome. Good to see you there, sir.
Hey, good
Appreciate it.
evening.
It was cool getting the stream we did there yesterday for a while there on Cards Challenge. Good to meet you. Love the Orville, man. Good to see you. So yes, Malice, Mistress of Hate. Again, this was even more temporary, and less long lived than Dark Phoenix or as we mentioned, Wanda when she pretty much turned into Dark Scarlet Witch from Darker Than Scarlet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Bailey, try switching from English keyboard to German keyboard over and over. Just keeps you on your toes there. I have enough trouble with English, my friend. Yeah. So again, this was fairly. At least it didn't go on forever. I guess that's one good thing about it. So that's something, right? So, how about we take a look at Emerald Empress because she's fantastic. What do you think?
So we'll do that. Yeah, bring her up, and then I think if it's all right with you, we'll kind of switch gears for last.
Certainly.
We'll bring up the other idea that we had.
Well, indeed, because you see, I can't, I can't do anything comics, talk like multiple comics without talking about one of my favorite subjects of comics. We touched a little bit on the Fantastic Four with Sue Richards, but I love the Legion of Superheroes. What's up? Oh, geez. Aunt Petunia, what the hell's wrong? What happened? What I miss? I miss stuff in the chat sometimes because it looks really bad from this end. Wow. Legion of Superheroes, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
I love. Oh, I see. Emerald Empress is, of course, the leader of the Fatal Five, which is a great group a great villain group. I mean, hell, there's only 5 of them, and they take on the whole Legion. I hate when I put modern crap up there. See, they got so much modern Legion crap. I'm trying not to mix it in with good stuff. We don't want air sets mixed in with drivel. Well, that's new crap, but still, it's not bad. I mean,
so what is it about this particular character that you love so much?
Well, she of course has this thing called the Eye of Ekron, which gives her a power. Her power sort of manipulates green energy, similar to a Green Lantern would. At that time in the 30th century when I started reading, now they call it 31st. Green Lanterns are not allowed anywhere near the Earth sector or anything like that. They've been banned, But she has powers that are similar to that. She's just plain evil. And the thing is, she's the leader of the Fatal Five. And it is a real, as a matter of fact, this cover right here is the long story. This actually tells her, this comic here, which was actually pretty good. It went back and told her origin pretty well. If anyone wants to know, they don't have it just has the art, doesn't say the issue number on it. It was a while back, but it was actually pretty good. And there we go. And you can just look her up in Who's Who. She has a pretty interesting origin, way too complicated to go into right here. Oh, man, they did this compilation and they used some modern crap. Oh, well. I'll use a Lido cover. I'm such an ass about that. I don't know. I don't like any of the news crap. Nevertheless, she's is anyone even, I know everyone, Dave Clark 5 was more dangerous than the Fatal 5. Jesus Christ. Oh, shite. Comedians. Yeah. So anyway, what will be our next phase? Because villains. What would be something you had in mind to talk about with villains, other than, of course, the lovely ladies that we talked about, who are lovely but mean ladies, I should say.
Well, we've kind of covered our favourites. We've done obviously the most famous, the most influential. How about we try and come up with some of the more obscure villains?
Oh
Because there's
yeah,
plenty of them.
you mean aside from Terra Man, right?
Exactly, yes. Who I'm so glad you introduced me to.
Oh, he's the greatest,
He's,
isn't he? He's just the best.
he really is. It's just, he makes no sense whatsoever, and I absolutely love it.
Okay, do you have one in mind? Because I can come up with a few, even with my dumb memory.
I one that isn't used much anymore. I would say Moleman from Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, I mean, he was FF number one. He was used quite a bit for a while, but recently I don't know because I don't read modern stuff. But Mole Man, yeah, he's definitely, well. I mean, again, he's numero uno with FF,
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I just think they kind of turned him into a joke, which was kind of a shame because, like you say, he was one of their founding villains.
he was in the first issue. So yeah, I mean, and he's got that monster that, of course, they use over that cover. They've redone that cover of FF, or homage that cover in FF so much. But see, though, in the early days, Kirby, and Lee used him a lot, though.
Mm-hmm. How about if we jump over to DC, the Batman villains, one that's kind of
Sure.
more popular now, but in the past hasn't really been used, Doctor Strange. I know he's had a little bit of a rise in popularity because he's been used in the Arkham games. He's been in some of the animated series.
Okay. You got a Doc Strange villain?
Oh, Doctor Strange, as in the Batman villain, Hugo Strange.
Oh, you mean Hugo Strange, Professor Hugo Strange? Okay. I thought you meant Doctor Strange as in a Doctor Strange villain.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hugo
yeah.
Strange.
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
Hugo Strange goes all the way back to Batman number one, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, and it's interesting because he did not really pop up again very often until Steve Englehart and Marshall Rogers did their definitive Batman run in the 70s on Detective Comics of the 470, whatever it was, 470 something, but I forget the exact issue numbers. As you know, I'm terrible with issue numbers. But they brought Hugo Strange back. And then, of course, after that, he was used a lot. But I think Englehart and Rogers are the ones that, deserve credit for bringing him back. Great villain.
Mm-hmm. He really is, yeah. I really like him. I actually also really like Black Mask. But there's a couple of different versions of Black Mask. So obviously there's Roman Sionis, and then later on we also got Jeremiah Arkham, who became Black Mask.
Oh yeah, he started in the 80s, Black Mask. And you know what? I didn't read a lot of stories with him. I would kind of drop the comic a little bit for a while there while he was doing that. If you see here, this is actually when let's see. Englehart and Rogers brought him back for the definitive Batman. Have you ever read Steve Englehart and Marshall Rogers Detective Comics run, the short run of the late 70s?
No. Would you recommend it?
I highly recommend it. It's called, for many years, it was called the Definitive Batman. And if there's anyone need doubt, the reason why, people ought to say, well, of course, Miller's, when Miller got a hold of Batman, he's the reason why it launched him into popularity and got the Batman movie made. That is not true. That Steve Englehart run, and Rogers, unfortunately, the late Marshall Rogers, was so popular and so successful that they were writing Batman movie scripts years before Miller did his in 86 when he did his Dark Knight Returns. There were a couple of scripts. Tom Mankiewicz, who wrote some Bond scripts. I have read that one. There were multiple scripts running around before that. Now, obviously, Dark Knight Returns did make it popular, but that run was so critically acclaimed, even for for comics back then, that really got a lot of people interested in Batman. That's what it really. It's brilliant. It's and of course the art. My favorite Batman artist of this day is the late great Marshall Rogers with the inks by Terry Austin.
Nice.
Phantom Outsider. Hugo Strange's first appearance was Batman Legends of Dark Knight. No, he first appeared in Batman #1 or something like that, but he appeared in Detective Comics long before 1990, buddy. Long before 1990. But anyway, yes, this is Marshall Rogers. They're the ones who really brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I always forget the exact issue number. It's 470, Detective 470 something or other. So anyway.
I really like the character, I've got to admit. I always enjoy seeing him, and I was actually really excited to see him being brought into the Arkham games. They used him very well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And in fact, it was created by Bill Finger. I think he was. You know what? I think he was in Detective Comics before that. Detective. Oh, I always forget numbers in the 30s or issue 30 some odd, 40 some odd, something like that. But he really just wasn't used that much until later. I always thought it was Batman #1, but see, I get that confused. It was Joker that was in Batman #1. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I just thought, but anyway, so he's been around a long time. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you're obviously a massive fan of Fantastic Four. What about Puppet Master?
Yep. And with the his appearance goes hand in hand with Alicia Masters. Oh, thanks, Phantom Outsider number 36. Cool. Goes hand in hand with Alicia Masters. So yes, Puppet Master is again, he's kind of not been used a lot lately. A couple years back when I was forcing myself to read that garbage Dan Slott run just because Ben and Alicia were getting married and I wanted to read it. They did bring him back for that a little bit. He was in that. Let's see. Puppet Master. DC. No, not DC. Marvel, you dummies. Okay, you gotta. You laugh, but there are some characters. There are many characters, Purple that both Marvel and DC have the name on. For example, both Marvel and DC have some of these characters have the same, what was it? Egghead. Of course, on the Batman TV show there was an Egghead. Marvel has an Egghead. There are countless examples of where they both have.
Yeah.
This is and James Gunn dredged up an old Golden Age character for the new Suicide Squad film. Peter Capaldi's playing him. Well, Marvel has the Man Thinker. That's the Thinker.
Mm-hmm. Always the way with Marvel and DC, were they always was it coincidence, or do you think it was a case that one were copying the other?
I have an old saying: Marvel see, Marvel do, but it's the other way around as well. DC see, DC do. They have ripped each other off so much, I mean, obviously, not to the point where Marvel would name a character Batman or DC. They get in trouble for that, but still, with some of the villains, I mean, again, many of the villains have the same. Like I said, there's Thinker. Both of them, I think, both Marvel and DC have an Enchantress. And sometimes when I hear the name, I go, I'm confused now. We forgot
which one. Yeah.
Yeah, we forgot Enchantress, by the way. She's another lady villain, but she's kind of a tragic figure as well, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Puppet Master. Another one. You know what, Flash? If you're still here, let's do a tribute character right now. And he was originally a Human Torch villain who became a Fantastic Four villain. Did you hear that? Sorry.
Did, yeah. How close is that?
That one was close. We're getting tornado warnings. Oh my dear. Just hope we don't get flooded where we can't get out of here. All right, let's see here. This one's for Flash. This, by the way, Purple is my good friend Flash Carrie Fisher, who you've been on here with before. This is his favorite all-time villain, and he's lying if he says no.
I can see where you're going with this already.
Yes. Here we go, folks. This is the greatest supervillain name of all time. Paste Pot Pete. Yes. I'll fight anyone who says this isn't the greatest supervillain name of all time. Flash, are you there? Wake up, boy. Anyway, but look, I can't tribute to him, and he's not even answering. So yeah, we used to talk about this all the time on our on the old show. Like we would just have constant fun with Paste Pod Pod Racing about Condiment King. I mean, look, there's some other ones. Oh, we should look up some of the. You want to like, since we went in this vein, go with the really stupid ones.
Yeah, go for it.
Obscure is one thing, but stupid. I mean, he later became the Trapster. Look how stupid he looks.
Is good.
It always is good, isn't it? Stupid. Look how ridiculous he looks. I mean, he looked sort of just like a typical normal villain when he was the Trapster. Look at that dude. Paste Pot Pete. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. Oh, my goodness. Have you no decency, sir? Have you no decency? Yeah, Polka Dot Man, we're going to see soon. I like that Gunn dredged up some of those crazy ones. How about Calculator? You familiar with Calculator? I think I sent you a pic of that once. After we did our villain show before, I sent you a pic of Calculator.
You did? Yeah, you did.
Calculate. There'll be pictures of calculators, of course, but I got to put DC Comics behind it because he's such an obscure, stupid villain.
Yeah.
And he really looks stupid. Pictures. They still like calculators? No, they don't. I don't think. There he is. Oh, shit. Hey, he may not be able to threaten world peace or
I love
be dangerous,
villains.
but he can threaten to mess up your taxes. That's what he threatens Bruce Wayne with. I'm going to screw up your tax return. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. What about Calendar Man?
Yes, I was thinking about Calendar Man next. Did you ever see that Batman Brave and the Bold episode where Batmite brought Calendar Man, and because he's such a stupid villain, but he gave him like ridiculous powers where he could do anything with any day of the month he wanted and stuff for a second. That was fantastic, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's wonderful. Oh, Turner D. Century. That was from a D-Bud. Wasn't that from a Power Man Iron Fist comic? Rainbow Raider. Which one was that from? I remember Turner D. Century, but I can't remember the comic book. I'm probably forgetting it. All right, let's go with Calendar Man. Turner D. Century is so obscure there won't even be a picture, I'm betting you. Let's see here. Calendar Man. A man who could really screw up your calendar. What if he was Daily Planner Man? Let's see. Calendar Man. Oh, boy. We should get Problem Man to make a song, Calendar Man. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. This is a really dopey picture of him. He will mess up your calendar. Fear calendar.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, Kite. There's Kite Man.
See, the other one's
All right,
he's got the bald head. That's Tim Sale's work, isn't it?
Yeah, that Long Halloween, they're doing an animated movie of that, right?
Yes,
But yeah,
I
that
know,
would be
unfortunately.
Tim Sale. You think they could have screwed up? Probably.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I think that's a given.
Yeah, I might watch it, though, but yeah, I'm not confident. Is he dumber than Calculator, though? I don't know, it's pretty bad. Remember, there is I'm missing the chat. You have to let me know if anyone. Oh, Captain America. Okay, thanks.
Clobberin.
Thank you.
Club Paris says, I hate Calendar Man.
Oh yeah,
Each
the
and every
song.
day of the year.
I hate my calendar, man. Every single day of the year. I forgot the name. Forgot who sung that song. Oh God. All right, I'm gonna do it, D Bud. Yeah, I forgot he was a Captain America villain. I thought it was Power Man. Okay, watch. Now purple. I'm guarantee you. Even if I put Marvel Comics behind this, it's gonna be nothing. Turner D. Oh my God, it's there. The internet is evil. Holy shite. D-Bud, a pox on you and your house for bringing this up to our attention because I forgot about this idiot. There you go. That is your favorite new villain ever. Stupidest. Trying to find I was about to say a good picture of him, but let's be Turner D. Century. That's a super villain. Well, a villain, not super.
Now this one's so obscure. I don't know him.
I remember them. I forgot what comic it was from, and I'm ashamed that I remember, but I'm ashamed of D. Bud Martin for remembering him. Oh, Spider-Woman first. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't know why I thought it was Power Man and Iron Fist. I was thinking of a different one. I was thinking of that Power Man and Iron Fist issue where they met this character called the Professor. Hint, hint. Who had a building that was bigger on the inside and the outside. Hint, hint. And he was fighting these robots called the Dreadlocks. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Say no more.
Oh, that sounds kind of familiar.
I can't for the life of me make a connection. So yes, folks, you have been tortured. Now you know something that you should not. You wish. Hey, you knew about Paste Pot Pete, but were you ready for this? Now, I don't think we can out stupid this one, Purple, but I can show you pretty silly. But is silly good enough after that? Is Dopey looking good enough after that?
Oh yes.
All right. And I brought him up the other day. I brought him up the other day because we were on Nick's show when we were talking about Spider-Man villains. One of the dumbest Spider-Man villains ever, in my opinion, is Razorback. Are you familiar with Razorback? Dude's got a pig on his head.
No.
Anyone remember Razorback?
It really does have a pig on his head. What's this about?
He's got a pork on his head. Oh, shit. He's got boy, you got a damn pig on your head. What in the hell is wrong with you? That's Razorback, folks, right there. Look at that.
It's of course in Razorback and not, I suppose, Warthog or something like that. But still.
Hey, all right. Phantom Outsider, we will not be dissing Stiltman around here, brother. I like Stiltman. Yeah, okay. You know Stiltman, by the way?
I like Stiltman.
I like Stiltman, but no. However, Kangaroo is an idiot. Kangaroo, pretty stupid. Taser face. Yeah, was Taser face an idiot or just? I mean, a villain or just an idiot? Because he actually was in a comic. Remember,
I'd be tempted to say both.
No, yeah. I guess he was sort of a villain. Look at Razorback. I'm like, dude, I'm running around with a damn boar head on my friggin' head. Oh, my God. Someone did a figure. No way. That has to be a custom. Wow. Look at that. That's insane. Is it wrong that I want that figure? If it's
not... I've only just found out that this guy exists and I want that figure.
Oh, Stephen Otis, hey there. Yeah, Spider-Man had the kangaroo. D-Bud Martin, you just hate Razorback because he's from Arkansas. Well, it makes sense. The Arkansas Razorbacks, I get it, but when's the next? I don't know. I don't know. I just always thought it was goofy. There's actually, I'm trying to think of really stupid villain because there's so many. While we're drawing a blank here, well, Tweedledum and Tweedledee are pretty stupid.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty was kind of dumb from the Batman cartoon, from the Batman comic.
Oh God.
Great White Shark was kind of stupid.
Yep, he was. And is these? Are you talking about King Shark? That's going to be in.
Yep, King Shark is also
He's
kind
going
of
to be in there.
ridiculous.
He's kind of
Yeah.
goofy, but he's going to be in that movie. Well, yeah, he's putting Polka Dot Man. There's also. All right. Okay, you asked for it, everyone. I'm not going to. I don't know if we can stop it. Are you ready for Tin Eyed Man?
Oh no, I know Ten-Eyed Man.
Did we do that last time? I think we may have. Let's hit him with it again. Holy shit. Tin-Eyed Man, folks. Well, there have been a couple of episodes of Batman Brave and the Bold where they went into like this bar where the villains hang out, and they showed all the ridiculous ones, including Polka Dot Man.
Yes, Polka Dot Man keeps kind of popping up every now and again.
Thanks to Gunn.
Yeah, he's got some weird obsession with Polka Dot Man.
He just likes those crazy. But wait. What do you mean, Lady Stilt Man? You got what? All right, what do you mean, Lady
You need to
Stilt
look
Man?
it up
Mark?
now, aren't you, just in case?
Oh my God! If I find Lady Stilt Man, you're going to detention, young man. Because I hope that was a joke. Holy shit! What do you mean? He's got to be. All right, you think he's just making it up? Well, let's see. Lady, you're making this up, dude. But I'm gonna feel like an idiot looking it up. But if it's not true, I'll sleep better. Holy shit! I'm destroying it. But no. Oh my
It's a thing,
God!
and she's a redhead.
I like that part, but that's it. All right, everyone. I have an announcement to make, everyone. Tonight, May 17th, 2021 at 9:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, U.S. Clobberin time.
I think Bobby's so shocked we've actually lost him. But that's brilliant. Thank you guys for that. And Mark Duvesey, yeah, you were absolutely in detention for that one. And hello, Jed. Good to see you, sweetheart. Chris, Lady Stimpman, Cancel Clubby. I think you've shocked him either into silence or he's just gone to go have a lie down for a minute. Yes, I knew that was the case. Sorry, guys. So now you're stuck with me. We'll probably go back to more obscure villains in a minute, but one that I can talk about while we're waiting for the club to come back is one that we thought we were going to get for WandaVision, Mephisto. They kept teasing us with him, and we thought we were going to get him, and then it never happened. But I would have liked to have seen him. I don't know about you guys. Now I don't know whether they're going to save him and kind of introduce him in the next Doctor Strange film. That's a possibility, but I would have loved just a little bit of Mephisto for WandaVision, considering what happened. Eric K, it's the Purple Valkyrie show. Awesome. Is it though? Is it really? I don't think so. But I'll try and keep it going for as long as we can until Clubby comes back. But I definitely think that the storm finally hit him, unfortunately. And Chris, the MCU doesn't know how to introduce cool villains. I'd have to agree, to be honest. But it was weird because, if I remember correctly, he was kind of teased with, I think it was the toys, or might have been like the Funko Pops or something that he was supposed to have been introduced with. But whether it was because of budgetary constraints, whether it was because of what happened with the coof. We just never got him, and WandaVision after episode 5 kind of fell off a cliff anyway. Oh, thank you, Claude. Boss Clobby just called to tell me his internet just blew out. Big storm. Oh God, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Clobby. We love you. You too, Claude. Stay safe, guys. The problem is I have no way of ending this show, so I'm just going to talk for another couple of minutes and hope that Clobby manages to come back. So I don't know how to end this, unfortunately. Larry, Storm got Clobby. She's mad you skipped her. We did skip her. We did actually skip her when we were talking about heroes as well. So whoops on that one. Pod Racing Palpatine says, do not Google Codpiece. I think with what happened with Lady Stiltman, I think Codpiece would probably just end YouTube. So I will Google it, but I will put a safe search on first. Late Night with Purple Valkyrie. I love it. Thank you, Erika. Thank you, sweetheart. But this is Chloe's show. I'm just very happy and very lucky when I get to join him on one of them. Hey, don't worry, Mike. We will keep this going for you, sweetheart. We will see you in a minute, Chloe. We love you. Let's see who else we could bring up. But yeah, Mephisto, I would have really loved to have seen him. Even just like a little tease would have been great. Who else can we bring up? I know we were talking about kind of more obscure comic book villains and really dumb comic book villains. Who else? See, sometimes this is when my comic book knowledge falls down. Because let's have a look. Oh, I've just pulled up a list and some of these are so obscure, even I don't even know who they are. Claude says, Papa Valkyrie sends a massive lightning storm to the Clobberin Cave. Oh, God. Chris, did you actually search it? See, now I am kind of curious. Podros and Palpatine says Codpiece is a Doom Patrol villain. Okay. Well, that would kind of explain it. You know what? I can't bring him up on screen, but let me search for him and let's see what he looks like. Codpiece, and it's Doom Patrol. Did you say? Let's check. Oh my god! Someone's even made a custom action figure of him. Wow. Now I know what to get Clobby for his birthday. Does anybody remember that transforming if I remember correctly, I think it was the Punisher figure that came out, and he was supposed to transform into, yes, Boxy with a D, you got it, exactly, that's the one. He was supposed to transform into a gun, but if you left part of the transformation untransformed, it left him very well endowed. I've always wanted that figure, just to say that I own it, but apparently it's really expensive now because obviously it got pulled from the shelves when people realised what it looked like. Okay, I'm really liking Codpiece. I've got to look him up. I'm gonna admit, I don't know Doom Patrol very well, so I'm getting an education tonight. But thank you for that. That's pretty awesome. But obviously that Punisher wasn't one in doubt. Absolutely. Armless Tiger Man. Okay, let's try him. Let's see what he looks like. Okay, so he is from Marvel. Okay, okay. Another villain that I do not know, but he looks kind of cool. Deeper Martin, how did Codpiece get past the editor? I think they just kind of threw their hands up and said, you know what, just go for it. Who killed Clobby? Clobby got taken out by a thunderstorm, so it's just me at the moment, unfortunately, guys. Let me see who else I can bring up for obscure villains. Uh, It's gotta be somebody that we can come up with. Um, and some of these are weird. Most of these I couldn't guess who they are. Let's have a look. See overlooked characters. I think these are more heroes rather than villains. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you, Cam Cam. I will do my best. It's kind of hard because I can't bring up any pictures for you guys, so you're just stuck with me kind of talking to you. So apologies for that, but thank you for sticking with us. I'm sure Clubby will be back soon. If I can't come up with any more obscure villains, we're gonna have to go back to talking about the ladies. Not that that's a bad thing. Let's have a look. So one that we did kind of touch on that we didn't really talk about was Joker's daughter. Um, no, I never liked Druella Dent. Um, I thought she was a really lame character, to be honest. I never liked her design. Never really kind of was that interested in her. And I've got to admit, I don't like the new character that they brought out, Punchline, who they're trying to, I guess, replace Harley with. She kind of sucks. Chris Persia, we're not stuck with you, Purple. You're stuck with us. Pod Racing Bobson says if you like Humpty Dumpty, check out Egg Foo from Wonder Woman. Okay, let me check out Egg Foo. Humpty Dumpty, I definitely remember. But again, not one that was used very often. Egg Foo. Let's have a look. Wonder Woman. Oh my god. Wow. They weren't kidding when they said that Wonder Woman didn't have a large cast of villains. Another one that I'm gonna have to look up. JT Curtin says Talia and Goal. Nice. Let's bring Talia up. That's a good one. Talia and Goal. There she is. So obviously, daughter of Rachel Goal. Not one of my favorite female characters, I've got to admit. If I was going to go for Batman villains, it would always, be Ivy, Catwoman, Harley. But she's kind of cool, and I know she's got a long history. But from her, we did also get Damian Wayne, unfortunately. So yeah, thanks for that one. And I know the characters kind of swung back and forth over the years, for being a villain to kind of being a anti-hero to being a love interest. uh, Claude says, I hope Mike's house floats. I do too. I hope he's okay. I really do. Madam Mask says D-Bud Martin, Iron Man villain / love interest. Cool. Steve Mitchum, obscure Marvel villain Jim Shooter. uh, Podros and Popsin says, if you like Calendar Man, check out Typeface. Oh. Okay, let's check Typeface because this is another one that I do not know. So is this gonna be bad guys? I'm getting an education today with these villains. Typeface. Yep, they're actually getting stupider. Who knew? Okay, let's see who Typeface is. So Typeface, Gordon Thomas. Uh, okay, so it's a Spider-Man villain. All right, okay. But what did he do? I've just looked up his stats and he's got really low stats. Bless him. That's a shame. Mark says Purple has a new show. Purple is just vamping until our host can get back. He says he's DM'd me on Twitter. Let me check, sweetheart. Let me have a look. I hope you're okay, Clubby. We are a bit worried about you. He says, no, it's late. Feel free to stay on as long as you're having fun. I have no idea how long the net will be out. I'm happy to keep going for a little bit longer, but I have no way of ending stream. I mean, I can leave the studio, but the stream's going to keep going until Clobby can end it. So I kind of feel bad. Would you be able to log in on your phone, Clobby, you think? Late night with Purple Valkyrie. Late night / early morning, at least for me. Poison Ivy is taking out Ben Grimm. Uh, no, I'd never do that. We love Clubby, but I don't know, guys. Shall we try and call it a night, or see if Clubby can log back in to end the stream? I'm not sure what will happen once I leave the studio, because I think the host has to actually end it. He says, trying to figure out how to get on StreamYards on my phone. There's too many damn apps. That's okay, sweetheart. We'll keep it going until you can sort it out. Uh, Big thank you to everyone who stuck with me. I do appreciate you guys. Clubby's gonna have a marathon stream. Hey kids, let's all try to guess the expletives Clubby is using right now. That was a hell of a storm that you've got brewing, though. Just hearing the thunder, I knew it was getting closer. I just hope you're okay, Clubby. We love you. Claude says if his power is out, the electric company won't bother with him until the rain stops. That's a shame. But yeah, I could tell it was a hell of a storm brewing. I've completely forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about female villains, weren't we? Trying to come up with some other ones. What about you guys? What are your favorites? I mean, I think I've covered pretty much all of mine. And I always tend to gravitate towards the villains anyway, rather than the heroes. Oh, thank you, Cam Cam. She wakes you up and puts you to bed better than some girlfriends. Oh, that's a good one, Mark. Yeah, let's bring up Spiral. Let's talk about her for a minute, since hashtag Spiral matters. Let's have a look. So let's bring her up. I was like her design, I've got to admit. So she's X-Men villain. Okay, first appeared in Longshot #1 in 1985, and she's the arch enemy of Mojo, of course. Hashtag Mojo matters. Keep pushing it, Mark. It'll happen eventually, I promise. She's really cool. Don't get many characters with multiple arms. I kind of like her helmet design as well. Let's have a look, see what her powers are. Da, da, da. Real name is Rita Wayward. So she has enhanced strength, flight, telepathy, teleportation, and she can use magic. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can see why you like her, Mark. And no, guys, you don't have to behave. It's fine. We're just trying to keep Clubby's show going until he can rejoin us. Pod Racing Bobsine says for the weirdest, Danny the Street. We've had some pretty weird ones, Pod Racing Palpatine, and one of them was from you, so dare I look up Danny the Street? I think we should. Okay, let's have a look at Danny the Street. Ah, okay. So Doom Patrol again. Doom Patrol has some weird characters. Created by Grant Morrison and Richard Chase. What do they look like though? Okay. Let's try another search. What the hell? What is Danny the Street? What am I looking at? Pod Racing Palpatine. So Danny is a living and sentient piece of urban geography who can magically and seamlessly place themselves in any urban landscape at will without disrupting the surroundings. Alright, now you're just getting silly. Thank you, Chris. Mind blown, guys. Mind blown. Oh, Mark, is it heading towards you as well? Oh, honey, I hope you guys are okay. I think Pete V is stuck in a time loop. Someone reversed the polarity of a neutron flow. Hey,
Hey,
it's
can
Clobberin.
you hear me?
Yeah, we hear.
Well, I didn't get internet back, but I got. Can you hear me at all? Well, because I'm on the phone.
Yeah,
I'll do
can
it
you
on.
just fine?
Oh,
Welcome.
I'm so sorry to do that to you.
No,
At
you
least I'm
didn't do
sort
it.
of back. I don't know why the power didn't go out yet, but it probably will.
Are you okay though?
Oh,
That's the main thing. You all right?
just annoyed.
No, don't be.
Because I don't know how to do this from the phone, so. But because I know it's too late for you over there. Everyone, if you're seeing me or hearing me, or whatever, let me know. Oh, they're saying yeah, they can hear me.
Yeah,
Weird.
we hear you just fine.
Yeah. Well, I should have had this set up a long time ago to be able to do this, but I never bothered with it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's the power that goes out. Of course, if that goes out, then the internet will go out too. But yeah.
Mark D says, you survived, Lady Stuntman. Did you trip her?
Oh, I guess I missed all the best parts. Of course, the good thing is I got to hear your voice while I was messing around with all this stuff. At least that's the best part.
Well, big thank you to the chat for helping me keep it going.
Why are you wearing what? Why are you wearing a as pink wig? Am I? Wow.
I guess
I don't know.
I guess that red background so it looks like a pink wig.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Well, I've heard people say that it's tough to do this from your phone, or it's weirder to do it from your phone. It does feel a little bit weirder, but everyone, how does it sound? Because I can't tell. I mean, you hear me all right, though, huh? Okay.
No. The only thing that I can't do is end the stream, obviously. I mean, I can leave, but the stream will still be up until you close it.
Yeah, if I hadn't been able to do this, because again, I just feel bad about keeping you up so late as it is. But I'm sorry this happened, and I'm sorry everyone that this happened. It's good to know that I can do it from the phone, so I learned something good. I mean, I know people who did it from their phone, but I'd never messed with it before.
Yes, I've never tried it. I've got to admit, so it might be worth trying. For an emergency.
Yeah, because you never know. Again, usually our net doesn't go out that much. Our power goes out more than that. And of course, if your power goes out, then your net does go out. But it's funny though. This hasn't happened during a show yet, but during the show on BTR, many times the most horrible, unbelievably stupid crap happened. so many times.
Claude says it's like BTR all over again.
It is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I see it now. Yes, this is just like the BTR crap. Oh, there were times, and of course, I got to tell you, Purple, a lot of our dear friends who would listen to the show on that, even though it was annoying when something would happen to the stream or to the the BTR stream, they loved it because I would go on and let's say I would get a little bit animated about it. I would. I know you're shocked. I can hear the shock in your voice, but I would kind of go a little nuts about it. And Flash has been there for many times of my meltdowns of getting really pissed off at BTR. Old Blog Talk Radio. So, you know what was good about those times, though?
What was that?
Was you could play any music you want. There was no copyright strike or any of that kind of crap. I had my own theme song. Well, I say my own. It was from a movie, but you know what I mean. everyone, like, so about 10 of my, almost 10 of my 11 years, it was, are you familiar with the movie Repo Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the song from that, Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole. That was my theme. So,
how great would it be to bring that back?
Oh, God, I want to bring it back. I mean, it would, couldn't afford it. I'm sure that, but you would get in trouble, right? But yeah, I would love to have my theme. But can't do that here, but that's all right. This is still way more fun than YouTube. BTR sucks. And I just found, and I realized, one of the most fun shows we ever did was back in 2012. Flash and I did our our top 25 favorite countdown of our favorite movie soundtracks and scores. And that was a lot of fun. A good friend Texas spent a lot of time putting that together. We had, examples of our favorites. Can't do that anymore. I can't even upload that to YouTube. I get in trouble, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think YouTube would hit you for that one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess you know what? Look, we've been on a while anyway, and I've had you on up late because it's I don't even want to. I'm afraid to ask you what time it is. There, you're so sweet to be on there, and for carrying on there for me, and
you're welcome.
Not only that, for giving our audience there something so much fun to listen to and way better to listen to than me. Because I know they were all finally we just get to listen to Purple instead of that dumbass. And I don't blame you all, by the way.
They get to listen to me plenty. It's your show, Clubby.
Now, look. Trust me on this. I would have said if I were in the audience, I'd be saying the same thing. I'd have said, "Oh God, he's finally off there. We get to hear Purple." Oh my God, it's 4:30.
And Pod Racing Palpatine Codpiece for the win. Yes, Pod Racing Palpatine introduced me to Codpiece.
Meaning a villain, I hope.
Yes, yeah. Doom Patrol, I think it was, if I remember correctly.
Oh, is it from one of those Grant Morrison issues or something?
Yes.
That figures. It's Grant Morrison. Oh my goodness. I didn't read that run, but I just assumed it had to be, I bet I missed a lot of good stuff. Go ahead.
It just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep. It makes total sense. I guess, you learn new things in life, and I've learned that you can do the show. Who knows? Thank you. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. So you learn that you can do the show from the phone, I guess. So yeah. You should try it out. Yeah. Give it a shot, Purple. I guess in case you need it as a backup. As Jed, I think Jed always does this from his phone. So.
Yes, I've never tried it, but it seems to work quite well. So maybe next time I'm out and about, especially if I get to travel, that would be pretty cool.
But I had to do that. You know what took me so long? I tried to go into my app store that you have on your phone. I don't know what you have an Android.
Mm-hmm.
And
Android,
there were all these different silly looking maps that were different StreamYard distances. I couldn't tell what the hell they were. So I just Googled it because my son told me to Google it. And I just went to StreamYards off of that. And it gave me a code and sent me an email to a code. Well, my email, I usually don't use it on my phone. I go to my email on my computer, but I found the code. Then I had to give another code again, or whatever to use.
To log in, yeah.
On Mac, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I didn't have to log in. They sent me a code. And I had because I don't remember all my logins. I'm that dumb. I don't remember all this stuff. So it's a good thing my computer remembers all that crap. And I thought I wasn't gonna be able to make it, and it said, no, just here's this code. I got here, so and I've learned something tonight. Oh, are you coming back on now, you stupid internet? No, you're not. No, nope, no internet. It says no internet.
Oh, we're just glad you're okay. We were getting a bit worried.
Yeah, we get weather. I live in a place we get bad weather a lot lately, especially. But the biggest thing is flooding. Sometimes you can't get out of the neighborhood for a while or in and out. So. But let's wrap it up. I guess. Look, everyone. I thank you all for hanging out with Purple and having fun. And I just cannot thank the beautiful and the magnificent Purple Valkyrie enough for hanging out. You didn't have to do that. You could have cut it off at any time, or you could have run off at any time. It's 4:30 in the freaking morning. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a wonderful time.
My pleasure.
Everyone else did. And
thank you.
You know what? Well, you know what? We didn't scratch the surface for villains still, but there's so many. Villain teams would be one maybe to talk about in the future.
Yes, supervillain team ups. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And, they're actual villain teams. There's like there's the Enforcers, that they're Spidey. They're the Frightful Four, the Fatal Five, the Sinister Six, the Salem Seven. I don't know if there's an 8 yet, but there should be. It's nuts, isn't it? Oh, you are the best, and there didn't have to be some villains. I just an excuse to get you back on again. I always feel bad because how late it is, but I don't feel bad about having you on because it's so much fun and it's terrific. Everyone, of course, I don't have any way to put links, but there are links in my description below to not only, of course, Purple's wonderful channel, but the extraordinary channel of many of our great friends and fellow YouTubers here. And you will. What's next? What you up to next? I guess tomorrow. I hope you're gonna get some rest and stuff.
Yep, tomorrow I'll be off, but I will be back Wednesday morning. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do, but no doubt I will figure something out, and then be back Friday, and Wednesday we'll have the game stream hopefully as well.
The what now?
Yeah, the game stream with Loki that we do.
Yes, of course. Those are fun. Absolutely. Okay. Well, excellent. And you are on again, everyone. In the U.S., of course, that time is 10 a.m. Central, so obviously 11 Eastern for Purple. So, and again, you do Monday,
Wednesday, and Friday. Yep, and 4 p.m. Sunday. Yep.
Yep, you had ads on. I was running around. I only got to listen to some of it on the run there. I bet that was fantastic. He's a great dude.
It is. It's always a pleasure to talk with him. He's so funny.
You have a guest for this coming Monday or on Sunday?
I've got one lined up. I'm just waiting to hear back confirmation from them.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So a nice busy week of streaming for you and for me. I streamed every day this past week, and I think Friday after your stream I did 2 or 3 other ones. So I've streamed. I've been averaging almost 2 streams a day, 7 days now.
That's a lot of streaming.
Tomorrow I'll be on with Loki's at 7 Central. I'll be on with Loki's I'm not sure what channel it's going to be on, but Loki's comic roundtable, of course. It's 7 p.m. Central.
Of course.
Everyone back here 8 p.m. Central. There may even be internet. Who knows? Wednesday night. Yeah, you never know, right? Wednesday night, 1 p.m. Central. And Thursday afternoon for the Global Geek Gang, everyone, please join us for that. And then Saturday night, the wonderful Raquel Briggs and myself will be reviewing, as we are, continuing mission reviewing all of Star Trek, 1966 through 2005, only real Trek. And that, of course, we start with Star Trek, the animated series, 9 p.m. Central, this coming Saturday night. And I thank you all so much for being here. A big shout out to all of you who joined us in the chat, and I hope you had a great time. I know it was a lot more fun when it was just Purple, because I would listen. In fact, I might just ask Purple to take over my show, and I'll just listen from now on, because That's what actually I'd rather do. You wouldn't mind, would you? More shows to do? I know you'd love it.
It's my absolute pleasure to get to chat with
Thank
you
you.
and to get to hang out with this amazing group of people. So thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it.
And again, thank you so much. You're the best, Purple. We appreciate you. Thank you all out there. And I will see you. Well, see you on the streams. Everyone have a great night and take care. Oh, here we go. I guess I can play the outro because I can actually play the outro. Not that it matters, right? But
Nice.
well, it's the Great Stone Loki, so this least we can do.